Hello, well, we are here at the Stade Velodrome. Hi, Jacob,
Jacob.
how are you? Ahead of Ireland's Six Nations opener against France here tomorrow. They all seem in good form there, Rory.
Yeah, the whole week. The whole week. I've just flown in from Portugal last night. The the mood in the camp is a bit of a cliche, but it has been fairly positive, fairly upbeat. You could hear it because even just being around them, it's a small place where they train. You kind of hear them having chats and stuff, and they're all enjoying being back in Ireland camp. There doesn't seem to, like, we'll find out tomorrow whether there's actually a World Cup hangover, but it does seem like they're all happy to be back playing for Ireland again. And it's all set for a big game here tomorrow night.
Yeah, Joe McCarthy, the first guy running out for the captain's run.
Such
here
a big
today.
night for him tomorrow. You think of, I think there was a lot of criticism around Ireland, not having any new faces in the squad when Andy Farrell named it. Pretty much everyone was back from the World Cup, apart from Johnny Sexton and Keith Earls, and one or two injured players. But then when you see the team, you see Joe McCarthy at the heart of the pack, and Jack Crowley leading the back line, that's like two pillars of your team who you're going to be building the team around for the next couple of years, and that gives it a real sense of renewal. Throw in the 6-2 split as well, the fact that Ireland have never done that before, and there's a sense of freshness to this Ireland team, even though there is so many familiar faces. And like you'd see that guy who just come over here, Jacob Stockdale, players of that calibre who can't get into the 23, who've travelled with the team, Ian Henderson with them, all the Ulster players actually. But there's a lot of competition. I think that's what's driving standards with this Irish team. And you look at the pack that they've picked around Joe McCarthy, the backline they've picked around Jack Crowley. They've brought those players into an experienced, settled team who, the last time we saw them were pounding on the line to beat New Zealand in a World Cup quarter-final and didn't quite get over the line, just like France. But there's I think that cohesion is a great strength of Ireland for those players to come in then and have a big impact. And McCarthy deserves a shot. He's been in great form.
It's going to be a cracking atmosphere as well here tomorrow. Apparently between 7,000 to 10,000 Irish fans, I've been told, will be here tomorrow. It's a nice stadium. I haven't been here before.
I was here a couple of times with Munster and Leinster when it was just reopened, and I was here during the World Cup for the South Africa-Scotland game, and the atmosphere there was really off the charts. And I think it's in the heartland of French rugby. A lot of people who don't normally get to go to Paris for a Six Nations game have got tickets. I'm a bit worried about, I've seen a lot of tickets on the resale market. I'm not sure that Irish crowd is going to materialise. I mean, if you think about the World Cup and how many Irish people were in the stands for all those games, what the Irish team drew on that, 40-odd thousand in Paris and all those games, this will be a very different atmosphere. Even if that many Irish people make the trip, they're still going to be in a massive minority. And 2 years ago when Ireland played in Paris, when Joey Carbery was starting at 10 and James Ryan went to the corner and they lost a very tight game, they all talked about how that atmosphere got on top of them and how they went into their shells a little bit. And Andy Farrell's side have never beaten France away from home. They've won in France, obviously, at the World Cup, but this is a challenge that they haven't overcome yet. So that's another little thing that he might draw on this week, something that they haven't done to get their Grand Slam defence underway away from home and what's essentially potentially a Six Nations decider on opening night. There's so much to get stuck into. There's so much for these players to be excited about, but also be daunted by as they come out here. And I'm really looking forward to just, Six Nations. It's what we love about it is the tradition, but to be somewhere different, in a different city, a different stadium, there's a novelty to it. And that really gives us something fresh.
Yeah, no, it definitely does. Well, we have much more on the build-up on our Left Wing podcast later today.